Hello everyone, hope y'all are having a good day. It is August 1st, and today I'm back with a new video. Today I'm going to be talking about, really the normal stuff again. We're going to be talking about the tropics, severe weather, and the general pattern we're going to be going into, for the first week of August. So yeah, let's get started with the video. So, this is something that's pretty nice to see. No severe storms really forecasted for the next 3 days from the SPC. So that's kind of good. Now I wouldn't be surprised if day 2 or day 3 gets upgraded to a marginal tomorrow. Which tomorrow it'll be day 1 and day 2, and we'll have a new day 3. But it's good to see this. So yeah, that's really all we're gonna be looking at in the Storm Prediction Center. Let's go look at the tropics real quick. The National Hurricane Center has nothing that they are watching within the next 5 days, so that's good. And we are in August now, so we are getting closer to. And really, August is the first month that hurricane season's active in the Atlantic. So we're gonna have to see. I do think it's gonna get active pretty soon, probably, within the next couple of weeks. So yeah, now that's severe weather in the tropics. Now I just want to go over to let's go over the tropical tidbits and kind of look at the pattern we're going to be going into. So let's go out to tomorrow afternoon. We can see we have a high pressure dominating the Midwest, and it's going to kind of make for some pretty nice day for the Great Lakes states, maybe areas of the Mid-Atlantic. Even some cooler weather, though. We can take a look at temperatures tomorrow afternoon. This is just off the GFS, so it's not going to be exactly like this. It'll give us an idea. So we can see pretty mild across the Great Lakes states, 70s for temperatures in the afternoon. That's pretty good. Maybe even some upper 60s in the afternoon. Maybe areas of the Northeast, the interior Northeast. Definitely pretty nice. Maybe some cooler air up in northern Maine. The GFS is a bit consistent with that. We can still see we have a lot of warm air, kind of in between this low and this high. We have a lot of. It's kind of a good setup for a heat wave in the northern plains. We can see temperatures in the 90s, maybe even getting up in the mid to upper 90s. Some areas of Montana and southern Canada. Southwest is warm. West is warm as well. Southwest is hot. But nothing really significant. Not really above average temps at all. Southeast is going to be hot, but it's going to be limited to mainly like more coastal areas. We can see that kind of the further you go inland in the southeast, you can see areas in Alabama, maybe even Tennessee, 80s in the afternoon. That's pretty good this time of year. That's pretty good this time of year. Sorry, but we can still see the coastal areas of the Northeast, Mid-Atlantic states, still quite warm. Definitely it's gonna feel pretty hot, especially in South Georgia, North Florida. Heat index values will be pretty high, maybe even over 105. We can see Tuesday morning it's going to be quite pleasant. I think we're going to see some 40s. Maybe for areas in the Northeast, we could see some 40s. Especially, I'm not talking about coastal areas. I'm talking about areas like Binghamton, New York. We could maybe see some 40s, and definitely the higher elevations. And then widespread 50s across the Great Lakes states. It's pretty good for August 3rd. Not bad. Then even 60s in the south, so you're starting to get a bit cooler. But then you can notice areas like South Carolina and Florida, not really much of a cool down. But then look at the plains, though. Look at the northern plains especially. It's staying quite warm. Monday night, you can see 80s for areas of eastern Montana. Still, this is past midnight now. This is about 2 a.m. on Tuesday morning. Kind of depends what time zone you're in. So let's just go with midnight. So let's just say real early Tuesday morning. Still looking at 80s, maybe in some areas. And we can see GFS is pretty consistent with that. And the Southwest is staying really hot as well. 90s in some areas still overnight. So that's pretty good. And then you can see another pleasant day for the Northeast, the Great Lakes. Not too hot, but that heat does start to build in the areas of Wisconsin and Michigan and into the Great Lakes as we go into mid next week, or mid this week, sorry. And then we're going to see pretty warm temperatures across the plains, maybe 90s, maybe even getting up towards 100. In some areas from South Dakota down into Oklahoma. We can see the south and the southeast will stay cool during the day from a lot of cloud cover and a lot of rain. You can see areas in the 70s in the afternoon in the southeast. That's pretty good. That's pretty good, but it's not gonna feel like cool and crisp. It's just gonna be humid still. So not like it's not gonna be like a fall cold front. When it's really not even it's just rain that's gonna help to keep the temperatures down. Might feel pretty pleasant across the Northeast and the Great Lakes though. Plains are gonna be hot, and so is pretty much the West. So yeah, take a look at temperature anomalies. It's really the West will stay above average. Northern Plains will stay above average. Wow, maybe this is kind of the broad same pattern we're gonna be looking at. While the Central U.S., like the Plains, South Plains, Central Plains, Great Lakes states, Southeast, and the Northeast will stay kind of below average. Northeast might be more on the average side. And as we go on the next weekend, we can start to look at some early indicators of what we could be looking at. It's not too far out. It does look pretty interesting, though. Looks like we might have some kind of storm system stretched out like this. Let's take a look at what we actually have going on Saturday afternoon next week. This is Saturday, August 7th, and yeah, that's kind of what we have. We have a storm system right here. Below average temperatures to the north of that warm front. And kind of not really a strong cold front, just kind of a weak cold front with some below average temperatures behind it as well. But this is far out, so we're not going to look at actual temperatures. We're just going to look at temp anomalies. Kind of give you an idea what we could be looking at. Southeast is still below average, and so look at this. The Northwest, the GFS actually has some areas maybe much below average. That's pretty good. Let's see if it's consistent at all. I didn't mean to do that. GFS is fairly consistent with that, so that's good. Let's take a look at the Canadian model. The Canadian sometimes has more of a cold bias. We can see as much of the U.S. below average, but that's not that pocket of cooler air across the Northwest. So maybe as we go in the next weekend, the Northwest could be looking at some below average temperatures. That would be good. The area's had some extreme heat this year, or this summer. So it would be good to see. So yeah, now let's go ahead and go over to pivotal weather. Look at the severe weather side of things, and see where we could be looking at severe weather over the next couple of days. Today's video is going to be kind of short. There's not a whole lot to talk about, but tomorrow, areas that really stand out to me. We're going to have a lot of moisture and a lot of thunderstorms across the Rockies. Now, if this goes severe, it's kind of hard to tell. I don't think we're going to see too much severe weather out there. Flooding is going to be a concern. And even though these storms may not be severe, they can still produce gusty winds and lots of lightning. Another area that would be something to watch is areas of South Georgia, Florida Panhandle, North Florida, maybe South Alabama as well, along this pretty weak low. Maybe we could see something, and then go out later this week, see if we're going to be seeing any maybe severe weather outbreaks. It doesn't look likely. Maybe some kind of severe weather risk Tuesday across some areas. This doesn't look too interesting. Yeah, that's terrible. Take a look at Tuesday afternoon, see what kind of moisture we have. I don't think we're going to see much with this. And yeah, we don't really have much moisture at all. But we will see some. We will see some thunderstorms still in their areas of the Rockies. It doesn't look to be severe, though. Another area to be watched would be Maybe even going up into eastern North Carolina now, kind of the same area we want to watch on Monday, just a little bit further to the north as well. So yeah, but it still doesn't look like we're going to see any widespread severe weather. Wednesday through Thursday, nothing looks too interesting. Maybe some action in the plains, the northern plains. This looks interesting Wednesday. Now, let's take a sounding off the GFS here. This isn't going to be good. It's the GFS. Yeah, that's quite terrible. But, maybe we did. I definitely say that maybe the northern plains on Wednesday would be something to watch. I'd say areas in North Dakota, South Dakota. That would be areas to watch. Maybe as far south as Nebraska. We'll have to see. And then, once again, the southeast. Probably not severe. There's general thunderstorms again. And I don't think we're gonna see any severe weather outbreaks. But maybe a bit of a more active period for some severe weather across the northern plains, maybe even up into the upper Midwest. I'd say Wednesday through this weekend, we could see some heightened chances for severe weather. We're gonna see a lot of storm systems go through that area as well as warm temps. Definitely better chance. So we'll have to see. Right now we're going into kind of a more quiet pattern, but it's definitely gonna get active soon. Either with severe weather or the tropics. But yeah, that wrapped up this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I will be back tomorrow. But yes, goodbye.